Hi, welcome to Scandal Panel. I am Stephen Ang.
I'm John, the yellow fellow.
I'm AJ.
And I'm Ernest.
So, first topic of the day. How's everyone doing with the restrictions? You know, I mean, it's been going on for like a year and 8 months already. I'm just about to go crazy.
Who's counting?
I can't wait to dine in. I've been tapawing everything, so yeah.
Right.
2 more days.
Okay, where's the first place you want to go?
days.
To makan, where if you can, to sit down.
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
a favorite. I have a
yeah.
favorite hotpot place in Ang Mo Kio Central, which is next to Anytime Fitness. I just want to go there. So
Shall
bad.
we do that? I love hot pot.
Yes. I know it's so
yeah.
good. It's so
Yeah.
good, and they have non-spicy soups as well, which is very good. The mushroom soup is very good, and there's this vegetable soup which is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, John? What do you like?
Yeah.
Where would you want to go?
I'm waiting for the day that they will go back to the normal buffet because I've tried a few of the a la carte buffets and no, please go back.
Yeah. I think part of the fun of buffet is that you can see the food. You know, you can see the food and you just reach in and take. You know, when you have to order off a tick form, you don't know what it looks like. You don't know what the portion is like. And then when it comes, and it's not what you want, but you feel obliged to still eat it. Yeah.
But I must say, in Singapore, when we go to the buffets, right, and this now a la carte buffet, it really saves a lot on wastage.
Oh
and
yes,
a lot on wastage. I'm appalled the way I see some Singaporeans go to the buffet tables and just waste food. And then for a person who loves food, I think it's so terrible the way they take the food. You know, seriously.
Yeah. It's really just bad behavior.
It's bad
behavior of a few people that ruins it for everyone.
Okay, that's a 5-hour topic. Okay, bad behavior in Singapore. Okay, that's a 5-hour topic. So let's continue. Okay, so AJ, where's one place that you've always liked to go to dine in because of the atmosphere, because of it's so nice, the service there is so good, rather than just tapawing the thing?
One place that you can't wait to dine in once we get to do so. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, this place that I like is this place called Worth Hunt, Switzerland. It's actually opened by one of my dear friends, my dear sisters, Theodore, and he just went to Switzerland and studied culinary, and then he came back to Singapore and actually opened the only branch which is in Paya Lebar Quarters, PLQ, and also they're planning to actually open another branch. And I can say that they do actually serve the best Swiss food ever. The hot sausages.
Swiss food? Sorry, AJ,
Switzerland food.
What is it? What is it?
It's a mix of rosti, some salad, some like beef patties, like big Swiss sausages. So you gotta try that one of these days. I mean, if you guys have a chance, do come down to Paya Lebar Quarters when this whole phase 2 heightened alert is over. It was a really nice dining area. I mean, very friendly customers. I mean, I usually get a lot of discount because obviously it's my friend, and I can see that it's a lot of people do actually patronize that place. And also, it's one thing they have this very good options whereby they actually have your BYOB, which is bring your own booze. So you can actually bring a bottle of wine, and you can actually sit down there and chit chat, whether it's indoors or outdoors as well. So you have the choice.
Now we all know that AJ likes a Swiss sausage.
He likes to put Swiss sausages into his mouth.
All right, really have this Swiss sausage, and I didn't do any action. AJ, you did, I thought, I do like Taiwanese sausages. I do like Taiwanese sausages. I always have it with my nasi lemak.
The one with the slices on top, right? Yeah, you always like the sausages slice on top one.
The sweet Taiwan sausages. So, Stephen, what type of sausages do you like?
Well, I like hamburger patties actually. Just talking about food.
The subject is sausages.
Yeah, the sausage is sausages.
Not hamburger patties. Stay on topic.
Well, I prefer hamburgers to sausages because sausages have very high salt content, but whereas hamburgers it's just
so does canned sausages too.
Please, like, it's how they're made.
Sausages are very salty.
Oh, I know salted sausages.
Yeah, I like.
My friend handmade them.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. They have handmade sausages with less sodium. You get the burger patties from the supermarket also a lot of sodium as well, ma.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to Germany and you know everything in euros is more expensive, right? So we would go to a restaurant and I would always order the sausage because it's cheaper than ordering a fresh steak, you know. And so it's a lot of sausages, it's a lot of Wiener Schnitzel, which is fried pork, and yeah, I like it. I love the savoriness of it. I like the mix of flavors with the meat and the fat and spices and herbs. Yeah, but there's a certain plasticky aftertaste. You know, that there's that rubbery skin and the texture that it leaves onto the meat that takes some getting used to, I would say. Yeah, so I like sausages if we can just peel away the skin a little bit.
So you don't like skin on your sausages?
I guess you can say that. Yeah.
But he likes it cut.
He likes it cut. Yeah. I love the skin. Yeah. I love to like nibble on the skin, you know, and then when it's really at the tip, when it's a bit hard, you just it's really nice.
Right? Yeah.
And then after that, there's such a wonderful aftertaste, right? And then when you slice it, and then it curls back, right? The skin just curls back. But
do you like
talking about sausage?
Do you like a lean? Do you like a lean sausage, or do you like a sausage with high fat content in there?
Basically, now because of all the halal places there are in Singapore, anytime I get to do a pork sausage, I'll get a pork sausage. Seriously, or a pork patty, a pork burger, or pork anything. Because
you're we're very Chinese. So you're very traditional Chinese.
Not really, because it's so hard
Chinese
to get,
love pork.
It is so hard to get something pork here.
You know, also
like commercial
in Singapore.
Filipinos love their pork.
What about Jonathan? What kind of sausages do you like? Cheese sausages? Because it's yellow.
Burgers?
What about cheese sausages?
Oh, you mean
yellow in color?
It splurts out?
Yeah, yellow in color, line up with mustard yellow. Your favorite, right?
That doesn't sound very.
How about hot dogs? Hot dogs lined with yellow mustard. Very, very John's color, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yellow? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone been to Canada?
Yes, I have.
I've never been to
Okay, which part of Canada, AJ?
Toronto.
Right? Don't you think Toronto's street side sausages are nicer than New York sausages?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Everyone doesn't want to mention it, but you know how New York street sausages are so famous, right? But Toronto street sausages are so much better.
But what is it about the flavor that really makes it so tantalizing?
Actually, you know what is so nice? They dip it and put it in that water that you don't even know what they put inside. Like spit, saliva, and shit also.
Ew.
But it tastes so good because after that, do you know how long it's been in there? We don't know. But it's all soaked in that water, and then they just put it up for us. Yeah. And it's huge.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's always something about the Toronto's hot dog stands, right? It's something that's very fresh. I don't know. Like, it's just when the way they fried it, there's a certain aroma of it. Do
you always get yours at Eaton Centre by the ice skating ring?
I do remember that, but I remember I got it from the main street. That's where we had our Pride. That was like a long time ago. So that was somewhere along the main street.
Or next to Clark Colby's.
Yeah, I was
can
there.
On that subject, right? Can I say who misses traveling? I mean, certainly I do, right? I think all of us. Okay, so the moment that we get to do so, where would you most like to go? Okay, I'll start first. Okay, because Well, prior to things getting shut down, I was actively performing in Europe. My school has a very good music director who has contacts with many associations in many countries in Europe. So the past couple of years, I was performing in Germany, in Finland, in Estonia, and then through my own connections, I got to do like full length opera productions in Italy. In a small town in a kind of like community theater production. But it was the start of something that I've just always wanted to do, that I've wanted to do so for a really, really long time. And now that I finally got to do it, I just got my foot in the door. They loved me so much, they invited me back for a second year, and it was going to be an annually recurring thing. Every summer I can go back, I can look forward to going back to Lanciano in Italy and do a role there. And then COVID happened, and Italy is one of the most highly affected, and just and
I
so
know,
and
it's
so
so frustrating.
it's so endlessly
It is.
frustrating. And of course, all of us have had to put our hopes and aspirations on hold during this period. I have had many plans that I wanted to do, but top on the priority list is that I just really want to go back to Italy and do my show again.
I know.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks because I feel that when views mentioned about missing travels and stuff, right, it really sucks because how many of us actually have Instagram feed? And it's like we are watching like our friends from other countries are going on holidays. Like I see my friend from LA, he's in Mykonos, Greece. And I see another friend who's in like Romania. I'm like, gosh, it's not really helping us, especially given our situation. How long is this lockdown is going to be? And our government, it's not really helping much at all, to be honest with you.
But don't forget, guys, I came back from UK, and at the moment now, UK has no restrictions. And because of all the hassle of traveling, I'm skipping my graduation next month, which is so sad. Spending so much time and money. I was lucky to finish my master's, struggle, fly back to Singapore, and now I can't even go back for the graduation. That's why, Stephen was talking about something, and which is what I am doing with my art now, is that this pandemic has affected a lot of people emotionally. People don't catch that. It's just everything about the COVID, everything about physical, cannot breathe, you're sick, you feel sick. But no, it's affecting everyone emotionally, and a lot of people are not addressing it or realize
that's a problem because
that's
a problem because we live in a society whereby we are oppressed. We are not supposed to voice out. So anything that we say, we can't voice it out. Everything we have to do what the government says or do whatsoever, and it's very frustrating. Like, who is going to be account for when is anybody actually wants us, the government, when is this whole travel ban is going to be lifted up? Because Singaporeans have not been traveling for more than almost 2 years already. And it's very frustrating. Myself in particular, it's almost 3 years because I didn't travel in 2019 because I was in a lot of financial compromising. So because of that, I couldn't even travel. So not knowing that 2020, the pandemic is going to happen. And because of this, right, I wanted to just even want to get out, to even go across the causeway. And I can't even do that. Again, I'm not trying to blame the countries. But our countries is not doing anything to open the bubble. I mean, it's like, the whole thing with all this, like everybody who comes back from overseas will have to be quarantined for to serve the SHN for like 2 to 3 weeks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is the biggest hindrance. That's why I said, Stephen, they can say, oh, you can go, but you come back, you have to do the quarantine. Would you do it? Because that is what is making me not want to fly at this moment.
Which is it's just one aspect of a bigger issue that our how it is affecting us, our mental state of mind, the way that this is dragging on, it's not being addressed in an adequate way. I mean, of course we understand that the restrictions are meant to stop us from catching a deadly virus and dying, and causing everyone around us to die together, So it boils down to that simplicity, But we can't go on hiding forever. So what then is the solution? Because we have to remain in hiding until there is a solution where we can do all these things, where the restrictions can be lifted in a safe manner. And of course, our government is known for erring on the side of caution, which I can respect that. But how long, still, they don't have all the answers, but really, for us individual citizens, how long can we really maintain this lifestyle until?
Let's face it. There's a lot of things I can comply with the government, but basically there comes to a point whereby enough is enough. Because personally, I feel that we have done our part. We have done our part. For certain, I condone, I support wearing masks in public. I
Absolutely.
support, wherever we are. Compared to other countries whereby people are so against for just wearing a mask and making hell of a big noise, we've been here and watching so many Karens on videos are literally making big deals of not wearing masks in public, so on and so forth. I have been complying, but all I'm asking for is just to travel. But given for those people who are vaccinated, we've done our part. It's not saying that we don't not done our part. Jonathan, I'm sure you would understand because you have been vaccinated. Would you think that, would you rather be the kind of person that you want to be vaccinated and yet have the freedom of travel, or still kind of vaccinated but yet you're still complying because of the rest of Singapore has not been vaccinated? How is this fair to you?
The thing about being compliant is that there are people who are compliant and then there are the rule breakers. And the rule breakers may actually drag us down with them because they are the ones that are actually, creating the clusters and things like that.
Yeah. Can I just say on this topic, right? I am of the opinion that it is none of my business to tell other people what to do with their bodies. I'm not going to hold myself back because you refuse to move forward with the rest of us. If you want to stay in this situation, and if you feel that you are okay to hide for another year or so, or for as long as we have to deal with this, that is your choice to make. I want to be able to enjoy as much liberties as I can, and that if the price of that is to have the vaccination, I will. Because of some of the reasons that are discussed is that we don't know what the long-term consequences are. The reactions it happens individually to individuals, so there's no knowing how your body will react to the vaccine. However, given if the choice is between suffering the side effects of a vaccine for a few days and the unknowing thing that may happen years into the future, or contract a deadly virus that I may die with, or have a ventilator stuck down my throat for 2 weeks, and that will permanently damage my vocal cords, I choose to take a vaccine. As a singer, I can't damage my vocal cords. It just boils down to that. Yeah.
And I think I just boils down to a lot
on AJ. I think the travel thing is also, there is concern by the authorities that if we travel, then what if, even if we are vaccinated, because now vaccinated means that we can be silent carriers as well. So I think the worry is that if we travel, we might bring back new variants to countries, and then the variants will spread. So I think that's one of the concerns by the authorities about delaying travel restrictions and things like that.
And let's put it this way: the recent spike of the cases recently, how many has it been done by our local people? The spread of the COVID all traced back to the import of our foreign workers.
Yeah,
like the recent case of
we go overseas and come back, then we might be the imports as well. You see.
Well, on that note, what have you guys been doing recently for entertainment? Have you guys checked out Suicide Squad?
We're gonna say something that's non-spoilery for the sake of them if they want to watch. So, by the way, it's out on streaming. By the way, so you can download on stream right now.
It's not the 2016 one.
No. There's a recent one, 2021.
The new one is called The Suicide Squad. The original one is just called Suicide Squad. If you're talking about the entire DCEU, this would rank the top 3 for the Suicide Squad. Not just.
So 3 of you have seen the latest Suicide Squad.
I haven't seen it yet. Maybe later.
First and foremost, it's directed by James Gunn, who was also the director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I think he did a pretty good job with the whole sequencing. The laughs were there, and the elements of that, the excitement, the action were there. But one thing I'm just not in favor of was the killing of the characters. Certain characters, I felt that, I don't know.
They were there for star power.
There's actually certain characters I felt that it was so bait. It's such a bait and switch.
AJ who died.
We're not gonna say.
AJ who died.
No, we're not saying.
Well, no, you can't say. I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, but I cannot say
But
that.
I would say
I
that
totally hate it.
if we added all of them together, I think there were more than 10 comic characters in. More than 15, I would say.
There are definitely more than 15 characters involved in the movie itself.
Yeah.
So I felt that all this when during the promos, right, it's all bait and switch. So when I see this person's name, it's like, wow, I'm gonna be expecting to see in the movie, and straight away, boom, it's gone. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And okay, there's one thing that maybe for those people who are Harley Quinn fans, there you're probably in for a treat, because I feel that the Harley Quinn scenes are very well justified, and she definitely get actions and the kick-ass that you guys wanted. And so for Harley Quinn fans, you guys will love it. However, for the rest of the movie, it just doesn't seem to gel very well. I have a lot of issues with it, but it is what it is.
That's cool. I mean, I love Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn. Yeah. AJ, how would you compare the Suicide Squad with Snake Eyes? Let's just say. Is it a better movie, or is it worse or comparable?
You've seen Snake Eyes already.
I've seen Snake Eyes. I've only watched because it's supposedly like a comic book cartoon genre. That's my favorite genre. In case anyone out there wants to know, my favorite genre movies is usually between fantasy and comic book adaptations, or TV adaptations, action adventures, cartoon series, make to life, like Transformers, He-Man, that kind of stuff.
Titans.
But to answer Ernest's question, what he said, what did I hate about it? Honestly speaking, you will never find a movie that you actually find the protagonist so annoying.
Really?
Yes, you want to slap him in the beginning and you want to slap him in the end. I'm like, I've never found myself rooting for the antagonist more than the protagonist. How can this be? If this is a situation, then it's not a successful movie at all.
AJ, are there any shirtless scenes?
No. That was my question.
So he's so annoying. Right? He's so annoying that even his handsome face and his muscular body and his
no, you don't see the muscular body.
So there's no shirtless scene.
No shirtless scene at all. Whereas in the Suicide Squad, plenty of shirtless scenes. Oh, la la.
Yeah,
and there's underwear scene also. Right. We wouldn't expect to see that, John. Like the underwear, like, oh my god, that package.
All right, now I really have to watch it.
Whiteies.
Hey, don't be racist.
No, I'm just enticing people to go watch. There's tighty whiteies. I'm not going to say who's in
So really, is it okay? Would you say it's bad or really not worth watching, or unless you have 2 hours?
I would say for the Suicide Squad, I will rate it at 6.5.
Okay,
6.5 out of 10. So I would say you can watch it, but don't just don't expect that is the best movie. Don't expect to be like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of standard. But I feel that because James Gunn has already set himself that level, right? Yeah. It's very hard for him to measure up to the success of Guardians of the Galaxy. So I know that he's trying to incorporate the same treatment that he does, but it just doesn't seem to gel well, because Suicide Squad is all about dark humor. So I know that but one thing I find that the difference between this movie and the previous movie is that the previous movie, no one died. Literally no one died, except maybe one character, of the Suicide Squad. But literally you get a whole bunch of them, you'd be like,
dying.
And the ones that you really care about, and for some of you who are fans of the characters of the previous Suicide Squad, and who actually brace yourself, because some of you are probably going to be really pissed off and like, why?
Although I mean, it's interesting that you would compare it to the first one, because the first one was quite like universally panned, you know, in many ways, and it's
but
an
there's
open,
still
open,
fans
yeah.
though.
Yeah, there are, and it's open information now that, you know, like the original directorial vision was very different from what came out, you know, and the executives had a big hand in cutting things up, and that's why there are a lot of stylistic things and story plot things that didn't really quite match up. There's this woman, this katana who apparently will trap souls in her sword, but that's the last time that you ever see her, you know, for those 10 seconds. Right, you know, so I would imagine that this particular version
compared to that
has
one
more
better,
cohesiveness.
Yeah, I must agree that this one, except that this one was given the Game of Thrones treatment. So so it was unexpected.
The red wedding.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I was looking so forward to that particular character, because it's like, it's kind of funny, but then like this one, like, oh my god, it's gone. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was so sad.
Okay, no. So how about Snake Eyes? Worth watching?
It was horrible. Don't even bother.
Don't even
Seriously,
bother.
don't bother.
So upon 10 is how
Don't even
many?
bother.
Upon 10 is how many? Upon 10 you got how many? One.
You saw my Facebook post.
Yeah.
I gave it a 1. I'm
If
very
if
rated.
but
I've never given a 1 out of 10 ratings before. I've never.
What if Henry Golding took off his shirt in the movie? How many stars?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay. What if he was wearing only his underwear in the movie?
1.5. Because first and foremost, it's not my type. I'm not interested in him.
Yeah.
However, the villain, Andrew Koji.
Yes. Did he have a shirtless scene? No, still no.
The only shirtless scene that you want to expect from Andrew Koji is watching the series Warrior on Netflix.
Oh.
Well,
that was where he actually starts in terms of Joe Salim, the guy who played Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Sub-Zero, yeah.
So if you want to watch both Joe Salim and Andrew Koji shirtless scenes, go watch Warrior.
Okay.
2 seasons out on Netflix. So those people who like the
well, Henry Golding, sashay away.
So
Speaking
sad.
of which, how do you find All Stars so far?
Which is your favorite All-Star season?
No, wait. Just to reiterate, the last one was Pandora Box getting kicked, right? Okay.
Yep. Well, as of recording time, we're at on 8th of August.
Yes.
In the evening.
It was the last one. Right.
So we're
Spoilers.
Spoilers alert.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite season to date for All Stars? Mine is season 2.
I like 3. I like 3 or something like that.
I love 2. I love 2 because that is when they really meant all stars. You know,
yes,
they brought the biggest stars of the entire franchise back. Because it was make or break time, you know, because All Stars 1 did so badly that it got cancelled. So this is their hard-won second chance, and it only came about because the fans just talked about it for years and years and years and years and years. Finally, they have their chance, so it was make or break. So they just got all the biggest stars in. Yeah. I was quite disappointed with 3 and 4 because you know, like they were like stirring up artificial drama. So the best performers of the season just left halfway through the season, and then
she was my favorite performer though. She would have won.
Who?
Yeah.
Dela would have won that season.
Exactly, Dela in season 3 and Manila in season 4. You know, the best performers left halfway through the season, so the rest of the season were like I was just waiting to get it over
Jonathan
with.
and I was saying All Stars is the only time you can have a chance to kick out a strong competitor. Because it's the only chance that is not the lowest get kicked out. You get a chance to kick out your strong competitor.
But I would rather see.
Have you guys watched the pit stop? Have you guys watched the pit stop?
I do. Yeah.
And also first impressions. They're talking
First
about
impressions,
it.
yes,
They're saying what's all this crap about wanting to fight against the strongest one. If it were them, they would kick out the strongest one.
Yeah.
Because if you kick out the strongest one, then you get a higher chance of winning.
Although as an audience member and a performer myself, I would rather see the best performance talents be in the finale, and they bring they bring the very best that they have to that finale, you know, rather than seeing them get kicked out halfway through the show and then just like just wondering about what could have been. Let's just say, yeah. So this is where
but it's still a competition. Yeah. It's still a competition where you kick out your biggest threat.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. So I'm more of the school that I would be happy to not see any artificially created drama and just see it as a platform for talents. But of course, I know people do like the drama aspect of it as well, and they feel entertained when drag queens follow each other.
I think one thing for sure that starting from season 5 onwards, right, I believe the producer must have actually coerced the cast members to kind of like, when you vote, please vote in the democracy. That's why you see RuPaul always keep emphasizing this democracy, because about the fact that you want to vote fairly based on track record. You don't just want to keep the bad queen around to get rid of the stronger characters, because not only yes, it's a competition, you have the right. They have the democracy right to do so, but they will face the consequences of the backlash from the fandom, which this actually happens in season 4 when Naomi Smalls voted out Manila. So that literally sent her to the plunge of hate mail. She actually got a lot of hate for that. So again, it's like everyone. So nobody forgave Naomi Smalls, because of Manila situation.
I believe she's still a fan favorite, yes, but her popularity was.
But another thing is,
dipped a lot. Dipped a lot.
Based on what Ernest has just shared, if you look at season 3, would you have rather the finale, right, be Dela versus Shangela, or what happened, which is Trixie versus Kennedy? Would you have preferred Shangela versus Dela? Well, I mean, wouldn't that be a lot more interesting to watch, right?
I would have, I would have actually rather watched Shangela versus Dela, which is actually the very fact that the reason why season 3 wasn't as successful the way is because it boils down to the last two, especially when Shangela was being outvoted. The whole cry, the outcry from the fandom was like, literally was like, okay, they thought that Shangela's going to be the win, out of the 3, but so the whole format just didn't work out. So
people still want to watch the best versus the best at the end of the day,
End of the day, which is that's the reason why they had to tell the queen, say that, okay, you want to vote, you have to vote with democracy in a way based on track record. So they had to do this together, so no choice. I think.
So looking at the latest episode, would you have voted the stronger queen out, or have it remained the way it was? Because if you have voted the other queen out, it would throw the entire competition. Because that would be very strong. Should be gone already.
Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, my honest opinion, if let's say, for example, if they were to voted out Trinity,
Pandora,
the following episode, Pandora will be gone. You know what I mean? If Pandora doesn't win the challenge, Pandora will be gone.
But I must say, I don't know whether you agree or disagree. I was telling Jonathan that the episode that Jen got kicked out, she did very well that episode.
Yeah,
she did very well.
Very well at the episode. She was irritating in the earlier episode.
She was actually, the producer told her not to sing. They told her you should take a risk, just try rapping, try something different.
Actually very good in that episode, and her fashions have been very good. Jen's fashions, everyone said Jen has put so much effort in her fashions.
But if you want to talk about fashion-wise, most of the queens who join All Stars, their fashion is really elevated. I mean, you look at Scarlett, you look at everyone else, right? The runways are way more superior than the normal seasons.
I beg to differ.
They got money, right? Okay.
I beg to differ. Ginger Minch.
Sorry, I forgot to say.
No, seriously, I'm like, no, but like, come on.
But the thing about Ginger is, even in All Stars 2,
She was so good.
Yeah.
What happened to her looks? It's like it just a lot of things doesn't match. Her makeup is a little bit off. I do not know whether it's like she's deliberately doing this or it's just that I prefer her looks back during All Stars 2 and season 7. She was so elevated. She was a pageant queen. So it's like it's very polished. She was very polished, very proper. In fact, she was very much like Eureka during the early days.
Yep.
But then suddenly she came to All Star 6. It's like, what happened to her? The only thing that she looks very good was the pop art. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel that was the only thing that's good. But other than that, it's like I didn't feel that she actually really won. I don't know. The pink table, I just feel that she won by luck. So literally speaking of that, she won 2 rounds of lip sync. So technically speaking, she actually won 50K.
Which
Can you imagine half of the prize money? Yeah, she don't even need to go all the way to the top. She can just like retire happy. Okay, bye. I don't even mind being voted off.
She's
Blanco her name right on the lipstick, like who did it?
Yeah. Just Blanco her name on the lipstick, but I doubt because
she's not gonna do
really
that. Okay, I tell you.
So you cannot fault her saying that she's old-fashioned because that's the kind of branding that she wants to have. Pandora Box has always been that kind of branding, the Carol Channing, the very old 60s, mod 70s kind of style. So you cannot really fault her for that because I do understand where they're coming from. Like, she needs to be a bit more different, but I would say her looks has been a lot more polished compared to her own season.
Actually, I think there's something about her, right, and Steven. Do you think that she's very subdued this season as compared to All Stars 1 and her own season back in season 2? She seems to be a lot more.
It feels like there's something bothering
exactly.
her. There's just something that's weighing her down, and every episode it feels like she's just very distracted with things.
It's not she was more free back then. Now you feel that there's something like she's not as open as she was in the earlier seasons.
Let's not discuss this further because I just want to find out when.
Imagine if the final 3, one of them are one of the eliminated queens.
It's possible.
I feel that it has already happened on international seasons, so I think the US may want to catch up on that aspect and have that be like the twist of the season.
But people will be so upset because who is the remaining 2 has been fighting for the final 3. The last one, if it's an eliminated queen, they didn't have to fight for a position.
Exactly, they may snatch game, but they still end up in the final 3.
It'll be like Top Chef, man. Have you heard about Top Chef? There was this thing called Last Chance Kitchen, where eliminated chefs get a chance to fight their way back into the competition. And one of the seasons for Top Chef is where the eliminated person who battled their way back into the competition won the entire thing.
Oh no! That's very that's a quite so actually that could have set a lot of people off, right?
But she's a worthy winner because she was eliminated unfairly during her the episode that she was
because she teamed up, right? It was a couple thing.
Yes,
it was a couple thing.
A restaurant wars thing that she got cut out of.
Okay,
so she kind of like
who is eliminated? Do you think you want to be top 3?
Currently,
I definitely want. I think I would like Scarlett, to be honest. But if not, I have this funny feeling it'll be Eureka.
Hey, Eureka's not out yet, like you are. No, I'm talking about eliminated. No.
Well, okay.
Are you AJ? Are you?
Which do you?
No. Do you know something that we don't know?
Yeah, do you know something that we don't know?
I'm just predicting because, let's put it this way. In terms of elimination process, right? Who are the queens that's actually won and who have not won a challenge
because
yet? Now Eureka
she's the only one left who hasn't.
AJ has pretty much predicted that Eureka's gonna get eliminated very soon because she hasn't won anything.
Unless she
do you realize that? And let's put it this way. Do you realize that you see, Eureka was so highly regarded during her season in season 10. She was like, wow, the front runner and everything, literally all the way to top 4.
Top 3.
Top 4. Yeah, top 4, right? Together with Cameron Michaels, Aquaria, and Asia.
And
Asia
then,
O'Hara.
After that, Asia O'Hara got eliminated.
If you look back on all of the eliminated queens so far, right, or any of the ones that are weak and still there, who is a lip sync assassin?
We mean what? Out of the what?
Out of all the queens that have been eliminated so far, and the ones who are weak, who are still in the competition, who has been a lip sync assassin? I think that's only Eureka. Because TKB and Ginger will not get eliminated one. Amongst everyone else, right, I think it's only Eureka who's the lip sync assassin.
I mean, if
actually, Eureka is a potential lip sync assassin. I thought you talked about the top 4 from the season 10. But I'm just speaking of which, what the fuck, Cameron Michaels is not the lip sync assassin.
Oh,
no, seriously.
I'm sure she is.
Like, everybody predicted Cameron Michaels, but then Cameron Michaels never appeared.
I'm still waiting for Dinner Reads.
I think isn't Cameron Michaels still in Canada?
Well, we still have
not Canada, US. The very strong, muscular one.
That was Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Okay.
She already came back in episode 2 already.
We still have many more episodes to go. Last season, people were saying that they want Trinity K. Bonet to be a lip sync assassin, and then she appeared in this season.
Yeah.
So and
being the lip
she
sync
appeared this season and she hasn't won a second lip sync yet.
Exactly.
I know. What thing?
So that's why they were making fun of her. She literally broke the lip sync barrier. She broke the lip sync barrier. She said, "What kind of lip sync assassin are you? If you're so-called the potential lip sync assassin, you can't even win."
But assassin versus assassin, she's the weaker assassin.
Very funny one. And the second one, right, is all because of the wig. Seriously.
Yeah.
That was,
I find it very interesting that a seasoned pageant queen like her who has won titles, she doesn't know that she has to pin her hair down.
Especially with such a fast song and swinging and all that.
I think she threw it on purpose, you know. She just doesn't want to be the one to eliminate Jan.
But I don't think so. I don't think so. She actually didn't glue. She didn't glue her hair.
But how can someone as experienced as she is,
darling, how much money do you think she lost?
10,000.
Well, 10,000,
exactly. What do you want to throw? What you want to throw that
$10,000? She already won $5,000 as the cash prize, what, you know?
But she won cash.
Would you?
Okay,
do you lose $10,000?
In the moment, she feels like she's having a redemption story arc, and she doesn't want to have Jan's fans going after her and risk her being, you know.
I think you're just too kind. In the end of the day, she still eliminated Jan. So whether she still eliminated Jan. So she didn't escape. She
lose on purpose, then she didn't have to do that. But then she still, because of the twist, then she still had to do that one. Yeah, so I think
now you're
so sad for her.
You know what? Now I realize why the $10,000 prize is so important, because I think a lot of them will purposely lose so that they don't look bad if there wasn't a $10,000 prize.
Well, if you're a fan favorite, you will earn way more than $10,000 in your first year, lor, you know. So she may be ready to let that go just so that Jan's fans don't hate her, you know. That's all I'm saying. But you'll never know. You never know.
But at the end of the day, ways back and forth, right? So whether she did that purposely or not for Jan, it came back to her. So she felt that she still had to vote her even without winning 10,000. So that was really sucks.
Without the 10,000.
So unfair. She still had to eliminate without winning the cash prize.
That's the idea. So in the end of the day, fucking glue your wig. Simple as that. And the reason why Ginger won also, you know why? Heidi, the wig situation. You know the wig situation? Slipped off. The review was too early.
But Ginger was so funny also lah, I must say. Ginger was very funny. She's
very good in comical acting.
She was so actually I must say I enjoyed Ginger's. There was a sexy one and then the comedic one. Actually, it was very funny.
It was very good.
I don't understand why sometimes during the lip syncing they always go and hide themselves behind. You know,
they want to do the surprise. They want to do the surprise.
Some just always do it behind there, and I'm like, come out, I can't see you. You know, they're always doing it behind.
You know why? You know why? Because there are a few bars they don't know the words, so they just.
I think so. Right? That's what performers do, right?
Maybe their wardrobe malfunction. One button came loose, so they go behind.
Shit. Wait. Quickly. Talking about wardrobe malfunction. Who saw
Yeah.
Drag Race Holland first episode?
I saw.
Oh yeah.
Did you see, Stephen?
I watched
which
it.
Malfunction?
Which
Malfunction?
malfunction?
The whole.
Oh yeah. That was so obvious. Yeah.
So
Oh my
obvious.
gosh.
Oh, the Juicy Ketua.
Yes. Why
Oh,
did
yeah,
she
yeah,
keep
yeah.
on lifting her arm with the stupid hole there?
Yes, I saw. That one was unforgivable, lah.
No,
seriously.
and she couldn't
No, the
walk.
pose also is so standard.
Sorry, she couldn't walk. She couldn't walk in heels. That's the number one big no-no. No, I mean,
And because she's a new drag, you see, she'll only be doing this for 3 months or whatever, or she's
I don't
mostly
care
on
you're a new
Instagram.
drag. That is the thing that makes you a drag. It's
No,
not whether
yeah.
a new drag or not.
Fair
That
enough.
is what makes you a
This-
drag.
The
Fair
Drag
enough.
Race. I mean, I don't blame her for going on the show. I blame the show for casting her in the first place.
They needed people to kick off.
If they brand themselves as the Olympics of drag, right? How do you cast someone who has never ever performed on stage before? Someone who is
But you
doing-
could be very surprised, you know.
Yeah.
Some of this could be just last minute slot in one because it could be like, okay, we just want, and then it could be
No.
somebody drop
Yeah.
out, then no choice but to grab this.
If you
No,
listen,
they cast her because she has a big Instagram following.
Instagram,
supposedly,
Do you
yeah.
remember
big
Drag
Instagram,
Race
But
it's a
Canada
huge
had
Instagram
time?
But
model.
Do
yeah,
you
no,
saw
but
season
it goes-
1?
It goes.
Season 1 Holland.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw.
Rome is also Instagram. First one eliminated is her.
Yeah.
And then Drag
Yeah.
Race Canada also, the first 2 episodes kind got eliminated, remember? The
Okay.
one
Kai, the Asian one, right? The Asian.
Yeah.
Instagram,
All these
but
like
Instagram models are
second
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they're not worth it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but to be fair, you know, working in the fashion industry, there are a lot of models, beautiful models, who cannot walk. It's just something. They cannot walk in heels. And there's a very famous Singapore actress that I used to do her makeup when she was still a model. She's very beautiful, cannot take back pictures, but she cannot walk. You think walking is
Really?
Yes.
Who is this actress?
I remember the first time, you know, I was with Pat Chan during the Go magazine and I said, who is this model? Oh, very funny
Right.
name, okay, because I was using YSL makeup for her. And then she came in, she's very beautiful, really very hard to take very bad shots of her, all right? But she cannot. She was in
Actress,
every
is it?
magazine. And then
Actress?
after a model, she became an actress.
You're talking about Fan Wong.
Cannot walk.
Well, you know.
Oh
she
yeah,
plays her
I've never
strengths
seen
well.
her.
Cannot
I've
walk.
never seen her catwalk. She
Yeah.
can
Because
pose.
she's
can-
bow-legged. She cannot walk. She's like that. She cannot walk.
Mm.
Speaking
Walking
of fun,
walking
it's
is
not fun, you know, recently she's a judge composed on the creme de la creme thing.
I did not.
I-
But I
some
don't
watch
honestly, I don't
those
watch much
TV.
poker show.
Yeah, she was blasted for being a terrible judge and a terrible host because she just like she doesn't have any baking knowledge whatsoever. Yeah, so people were blasting her saying that she's just there to, you know, add star power. Not much anyway.
Which is fair.
But is it because she didn't give good comments or what? What?
No, the thing is, she hardly spoke in the entire episode, and the funniest thing was in the finale episode where
Mhm.
Rebecca Lim was a guest judge. She actually spoke like more than her entire season of comments. That's how
Yeah.
bad she is, you know. Yeah.
That's just
There are people who are just actors, and for example, there are also people that cannot. Some people who are very used to one-man shows
Mm.
cannot do scripted things. So it's very
Like
different.
Jasmine Masters.
Like no, like some famous people who are very used to doing one-man performances, and then after that, when the person has to work with other people with
Oh,
scripts,
Yeah.
And for
Yeah,
those of
those
you who are
spread even
watching
faster.
us, if you do have any comments, please feel free to leave down the comments below and let us know your thoughts. I mean, we'd like to hear what you have to say because this is a topic that we do not know how long is this going to last, but we can all work it out. So let me know your thoughts. That'll be good.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but it's been so much fun. Thanks you guys, and we hope that everyone listening and watching us has just as much fun as we do. Alright, so see you next episode. Bye!
Bye-bye!
Oh, before we go, remember to like our video and also click on subscribe. Bye!
Bye!